Welcome to Here Comes the Boom, a KSR and KSR Plus recruiting podcast. It's been a pretty hectic week in Kentucky basketball recruiting. We have a lot to talk about today, but before we do, let's chat a second about our good friend, Andy Ludicky and My Perfect Franchise. Are you a displaced corporate executive or wanting to put your career in your own hands, or are you an experienced entrepreneur wanting to diversify? Well, Andy Ludicky and MyPerfectFranchise.net can help. Andy is a huge college sports fan and franchise veteran, having owned multiple franchises and businesses. Using his expertise, he helps others find their American dream through a very thorough consultation and evaluation process. Call Andy, put your life and career in your own hands. Best of all, his services are 100% free to you, so what do you have to lose? Find your perfect franchise at myperfectfranchise.net. All right, let's get into it because it's been a pretty crazy week, starting with Caleb Wilson. You know who he is, five-star forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's down to 5 schools, but Kentucky has been there since the beginning, really ramping things up since that September official visit. And North Carolina is the other school that we're hearing a lot with him. He took an official visit early in 2024. He took an unofficial visit in the fall. You've got a few other schools mixed in there, but Kentucky and UNC are the schools that we're hearing about the most. There was some talk early in the week about maybe did he commit in the early signing period? Did he sign in the early signing period? And he's trying to keep it quiet. Has he signed yet? By all indications, he has not signed from what I've heard. We can't officially verify that yet, but nothing that I've seen indicates that he has signed with a school yet. However, I do feel very good about Kentucky's chances. I've already put in a prediction in the On3 recruiting prediction machine for Caleb Wilson to land at Kentucky. I think Kentucky's positioned well, but UNC is making a push. I've heard that they have a very significant NIL offer on the table. On3's Joe Tipton reported that Kentucky still has the highest offer, which I believe, but I don't think that UNC is out of the race. So we're looking at a January commitment. It could happen pretty soon. Obviously, January is coming up next week, so keep an eye out for that, but I still feel good about where Kentucky stands. Let's talk about another player that we've talked about in the past, but we haven't talked about too recently. Mikal Mutin, 2026 power forward out of Arizona Compass Prep, one of the best players in the 2026 class who may not be in the 2026 class for long. We've mentioned him as a potential reclass candidate, and I still continue to hear that a reclass into the 2025 class is likely. He's 6'10". He can really do everything on the floor, play in the post. He can shoot threes, everything you want out of a modern day stretch four. The schools that I'm hearing mentioned with him are Kentucky, Michigan, Arkansas, and Utah. I know Duke was involved at one point, but those are the 4 schools that I'm hearing the most. If Kentucky is somehow to miss out on Caleb Wilson, then I would expect they ramp things up a lot with Mutin as a 2025. Otherwise, if they do land Caleb, I don't see it. I don't see it being super likely that they get Mutin and Wilson, because I am hearing that Mutin is likely at 25. So keep an eye out for that, especially if Caleb Wilson goes elsewhere. But that's basically everything I'm hearing on Mikal Mutin. And between Caleb Wilson and Mikal Mutin, those are really the 2 big targets out there right now. You're hearing a lot about 26s. I'm lumping in Mikal Mutin in that 2025 class because of the reclassification. You also have Elijah Arenas, who we've talked about before, but I don't love Kentucky's chances there. So that's basically where things are at with Kentucky's 2025 recruiting. Let's get into the final thought. The final thought today is things are moving fast with Caleb Wilson. Don't believe everything you hear, but as far as Kentucky is concerned, I like where UK stands with Caleb Wilson and expect a commitment soon. So thank you all for watching today. Be sure to go and subscribe to KSR Plus. Be sure to subscribe to the KSR YouTube channel. We're going to have tons of great content coming your way. We'll see you again soon.